from reading tea leaves to examining entrails. These are 18 ways people predicted the future in ancient times. Before we begin, remember to hit the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any amazing history videos. Number 18. Astrology. Astrology is one of the earliest known methods of predicting the future, dating back thousands of years to ancient civilizations like the Babylonians, Egyptians, and Greeks. These cultures carefully observed the positions and movements of stars and planets, believing they held clues about human affairs and personal destinies. In Babylon, professional astrologers studied celestial alignments to advise kings on matters of war, marriage, and policy. The Egyptians linked the annual flooding of the Nile River to the heliacal rising of Sirius, anticipating the Nile's behavior based on the stars. The Greeks associated each planet with a deity and saw their movements as messages from the gods. While modern science has debunked astrology as a reliable method of prediction, it remains a popular form of entertainment for many today. Number 17. The Oracle of Delphi. The Oracle of Delphi, located in ancient Greece, was a revered site where priestesses inhaled toxic fumes from a nearby chasm and supposedly received divine inspiration. These fumes caused the priestesses to enter a trance-like state, during which they delivered cryptic prophecies and predictions. The prophecies were believed to come from Apollo, the god of music, light, and healing, and were highly sought after by Greeks, who came from all over to consult the oracle. Many believe that the mysterious nature of the prophecies allowed them to be interpreted in various ways, making them more relevant to the questioners. The Oracle of Delphi was active for centuries, and its influence can still be seen in literature, art, and culture today. Number 16. Dream interpretation. The interpretation of dreams is another ancient practice that was widely believed to reveal the future. In Mesopotamia and Egypt, dreams were seen as messages from the gods and were taken very seriously. The ancient Mesopotamians kept dream dictionaries that contained lists of symbols and their possible interpretations. For example, a dream about a snake might signify danger or healing, depending on the context. In Egypt, dreams were often associated with the pharaohs and their divine right to rule. The pharaohs were believed to receive important information through their dreams, such as warnings of impending attacks or instructions for building projects. Dream temples were built across Egypt, where priests would interpret dreams for worshippers and help them understand their meaning. Number 15. Augury, or the practice of predicting the future by observing the behavior of birds, was widely practiced by the ancient Romans. This form of divination was particularly popular among the upper classes who could afford to hire the priests responsible for interpreting the signs. It was common for augurs to accompany important processions or military campaigns, where they would observe the flight patterns and sounds of birds to determine the will of the gods. For example, if a bird flew directly in front of an army, it was seen as an omen of victory, while the sudden appearance of a large flock of birds was believed to signal defeat. The study of augury was highly respected in Roman society, and those who practiced it were thought to be highly skilled and knowledgeable in religious matters. Number 14. Hepatoscopy, also known as liver reading, was a method of predicting the future by examining the internal organs of sacrificed animals, most commonly sheep. It originated in ancient Mesopotamia and was later adopted by other cultures, such as the Greeks and Romans. The practice involved carefully examining the texture, color, and markings on the liver to determine the outcome of a particular event or situation. For example, a healthy and unblemished liver might indicate good fortune, while a diseased or spotted liver could suggest illness or death. Priests and diviners developed complex systems of hepatoscopy, creating manuals and tables that detailed the various signs and their interpretations. Number 13. Tarot-like symbol reading. The practice of reading symbols, pictures, or diagrams to predict the future dates back to ancient China. One of the earliest forms of this divination method was the use of coins or other small objects that were arranged in specific patterns to reveal insights about the questioner's past, present, and future. Over time, more elaborate systems developed, such as the I Ching, which used 64 hexagrams formed by 6 lines each to provide guidance and predictions. These early forms of tarot-like symbol reading had a significant influence on later divination practices, including the tarot and I Ching, and continue to be used in various forms around the world today. Number 12. Throwing bones. The practice of throwing bones for divination purposes dates back thousands of years and has been found in various cultures throughout history. In Africa, for example, the Zulu people have a tradition of throwing bones, which they believe can reveal information about a person's past, present, and future. Similarly, the Norse cultures had a practice called spillkonen, which involved throwing a set of specially carved sticks and interpreting their arrangement after landing. These divination methods were used for various purposes, such as seeking guidance, predicting the outcome of events, and communicating with the dead. The patterns and symbols on the bones or sticks held special meaning and were believed to carry messages from the gods or ancestors. Number 11. I Ching. The I Ching, also known as the Book of Changes, is an ancient Chinese text that is one of the oldest examples of a divination system. It consists of 64 hexagrams, which are combinations of 6 lines, each of which can be broken or unbroken. By throwing coins or yarrow stalks and recording the results, one could generate a hexagram that would provide guidance or predictions about a particular situation. Each hexagram has a unique interpretation and is believed to offer insights into the questioner's circumstances and potential outcomes. The I Ching is also a philosophical system that has influenced Chinese thought for centuries, and its principles are still studied and discussed today. Number 10. Palmistry. Palmistry, or chiromancy, is an ancient divination practice that involves reading the lines, shapes, and colors on a person's palm to determine their fate or character. It is believed to have originated in India as early as 5000 BC, but became popular in China and Egypt around 2000 BCE in ancient Greece. The Oracle of Delphi is said to have used palmistry to predict the future of her visitors. During the Middle Ages, palmistry was often associated with fortune-telling and magic, but it experienced a revival in the 19th century, when it was studied by scientists and academics. Today, palmistry is still practiced by some, and is often seen as a form of entertainment, or a way to gain some. Number 9. Runes. Rune casting is a form of divination that uses runes, which are ancient symbols or letters carved into various materials such as wood, stone, or bone. The practice originated with the Norse and Germanic tribes in northern Europe around the 2nd or 3rd century CE. Runes were believed to hold magical powers and could be used to reveal insights and guidance about the future or to influence the outcome of events. To cast runes, one would select a set of 24 or more runes and arrange them in a particular order. Each rune has a specific meaning, and the arrangement of the runes in a spread could reveal information about a specific question or concern. Runes were also used as a form of protection against evil spirits or harm. Number 8. Numerology. Numerology is the belief that numbers have mystical meanings and can reveal information about a person's fate, personality, or future. It is thought to have originated with the Greek mathematician Pythagoras and the Chaldean civilization, and is based on the idea that numbers have vibrational frequencies that can be used to gain insight into various aspects of life. Numerology involves assigning meanings to numbers and their various combinations, and practitioners believe that understanding these meanings can reveal patterns and cycles in a person's life. For example, the number 7 is often associated with spirituality and introspection, while the number 11 is thought to signify intuition and creativity. Number 7. Scrying is a form of divination that involves gazing into a reflective surface, such as water, obsidian, or a crystal ball, to receive visions or messages from the future. The word scrying comes from the Old English word scryen, which means to gaze or stare. The practice is believed to have originated in ancient times and has been used by various cultures for different purposes, such as predicting the future, communicating with spirits, or gaining insight into a particular situation. Practitioners of scrying believe that by staring into a reflective surface for an extended period of time, they can enter a trance-like state that allows them to see beyond the physical world and access hidden realms of knowledge. Number 6. Casting lots. Casting lots is a method of divination that involves drawing lots or other marked objects to let fate or the divine will decide an issue or answer a question. The practice dates back to biblical times and is mentioned in the Bible as a way of making decisions and determining guilt or innocence. Pagans and other cultures also used casting lots for various purposes, such as predicting the outcome of battles or making important decisions. The basic principle behind casting lots is that the objects being used are somehow influenced by fate or the gods, and their arrangement or combination provides an answer or guidance. Number 5. Tea leaf reading. Tea leaf reading, also known as tasseography, is a form of divination that involves interpreting the shapes and patterns left in a cup after the tea has been consumed. The practice originated in China as early as the 10th dynasty and spread to other parts of the world, including the Middle East and Europe. According to legend, the Chinese Emperor Shen Nang, who is credited with discovering tea, also realized that the leaves at the bottom of the cup could reveal information about the drinker's future. Tea leaf reading involves examining the shape, size, and arrangement of the leaves, as well as any other objects that may have settled in the cup. Each shape and pattern is believed to have a specific meaning and can provide insight into various aspects of the reader's life. Number 4. Fire and smoke reading. The interpretation of fire and smoke is a form of divination that has been practiced by various cultures throughout history. Ancient civilizations such as the Babylonians, Greeks, and Celts believed that fire and smoke could reveal messages and omens from the gods. In some cultures, the direction and intensity of smoke were seen as indicators of success or failure. For example, if smoke rose straight up, it was considered a positive sign, while smoke that spread outward or dissipated quickly was seen as a bad omen. Similarly, the crackling and popping sounds made by a fire were believed to carry hidden meanings. Some cultures also practiced pyromancy, which involved interpreting the patterns and shapes formed by the flames. Number 3. Weather divination. Weather divination is a form of divination that involves reading natural signs and weather patterns and phenomena to predict the future. Ancient civilizations such as the Egyptians, Greeks, and Celts believed that the weather was a direct reflection of the god's will and could provide insight into future events. For example, the Egyptians believed that the annual flooding of the Nile River was a sign that the god Hapi was pleased with them, and they used the level of the flood to predict agricultural success for the year. The Greeks believed that the behavior of birds, such as the sudden appearance of a large flock of birds, was a sign of impending war or other major events. Weather divination was also used to predict the outcome of battles and other important events. Number 2. Geomancy is a form of divination that involves reading patterns and formations in sand, dirt, or stones to gain insight into the future or hidden knowledge. It is an ancient practice found in various cultures, including Arab and West African traditions. In geomancy, practitioners known as geomancers examine the arrangement and characteristics of natural or man-made formations, such as hills, riverbeds, or rock structures. Each formation is believed to have a unique meaning and significance, and geomancers use their knowledge of these meanings to interpret the message or guidance being conveyed. Geomancy is often used to make decisions, find lost objects, or uncover hidden information. And number 1, shamanic trance visions. Shamanic trance visions involve a practice where shamans enter altered states of consciousness, typically through drumming or the use of herbs, to receive insights and guidance from the spirit world. This form of divination has been used by various indigenous tribes throughout history, such as the Native American, Siberian, and Amazonian tribes. The shaman, who acts as a mediator between the physical and spiritual realms, uses various techniques to induce a trance state. Once in this state, they are believed to be able to communicate with spirits, ancestors, or other beings, who can provide them with information about the future, healing, or other important matters. Which of these ancient methods of predicting the future did you find the most interesting? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, please remember to like it and subscribe for more fascinating content. Thank you for watching.